Welcome back, and today we're going to take a look at the Winter Blade Co. Factor. This one was on the channel a while back. This is the Factor B2, and if you don't know what the Factor is, it's basically a magnetic driven knife. It has a magnetic detent, which is the first of its kind, and it looks like an Axis style lock, but it's not. You can just listen to this ting, ting. Yeah, super nice. And it also has this little lever right here. If you want to, you can flip it out with that also. Super fidgety, probably the most fidgety knife in my collection, and the most unique knife in my collection. Brian Winters is the mad scientist behind this, and he's an absolute genius. He's always coming up with cool new things, and it was so cool to get a hold of one of these. The pre-order on this one came and went, and I know a lot of people missed out, and they were upset, but no fear. This is the new Winter Blade Co. Factor B3. My buddy Jared Needs Knives had the V3 with the Damascus blade on them, and I don't know if you can already notice some of the differences, but the pre-orders open May 24th. And if you want one of these, you don't want to miss that, because they're not going to do a second pre-order on this, and they do come at a premium price tag. Now, I heard from Jared that there's only going to be 200 pre-order spots, so you got to be ready to pick it up if you want it. You know, if you're looking for something different, something unique, something cool, then this is a very good place to start. Some of the the updates on the B3: you have new full titanium scales. Mine's the full carbon fiber. See, before you could get titanium on one side and carbon fiber on the other side. Now they're offering full titanium scales. I don't know if they're gonna be offering full carbon fiber like this. I would guess they are, but this is a prototype, so I'm not sure. They also have a new and improved magnetic detent. It's a steel cupped magnet design, stronger than the Factor B2 stock detent. So this one is still in the stock detent, and I can definitely tell the difference. Just watch how snappy this one is. Very, very snappy. Yeah. Very crisp break on the detent, so that's an awesome update. New configuration options. You can choose between a carbon fiber flip lever, which this is the flip lever. Let me put it down right here, and let me show you in the knife. This is the flip lever. You can either choose between this, if you want to be able to also flip it like that, and reverse flick it. I like that. But whenever you have the flip lever, the Ergos aren't as good, because when you're pushing down, that is in between your hands. It's not terrible or anything, but just something, you know, to think about. Or he's offering this, the new solid backspacer, which I think it looks great. This piece right here, it goes all the way to the back like this, which this would be the backspacer and like a pivot point to flip the knife. This thing's just solid in there. It sits on top, so it's not moving. It gives it, I think, a cleaner look. You can see than this. But if you want to be able to flip it and, you know, do the right, I mean, you can always do the reverse flick and slow roll, but if you want to be able to flip it, you're going to want the carbon fiber backspacer. This one also has, it looks like a Damascus clip on it. Sweet. New handle profile. I felt that right away. As you can see, well, this one's in tie, but it'll make it easier to see. They got these new little, this machine spot right here. I guess it's just to go with this portion, right? So it looks, you know, like it's supposed to be there. And a slight contour on the scales, which you have a slight contour here, but you have more of a contour on this one. Hopefully you can see it there. More choil space, and that's something I definitely felt when I choke up on this one, I can choke up and I'm fine. I think because they might have, let's see. Yeah. They pulled this back some right here. You can see on this one, right? Hopefully you can see that. It's like dipped down right there, so you can get your finger in it easier. This spot right here, I feel like the tip of this is kind of getting me. This right here is the, I'm sorry, it's the ramped access to the blade window. So as you can see right here, this, so if you want, when you go to open up the knife like that, it's a ramp spot. It gives you, you know, a location spot. So if you're doing this in the dark at night. Now, one thing that I noticed with the having the full backspacer on, and I'm guessing it has something to do with solid carbon fiber. I'm not sure, but you don't get the ting from this one. Yeah, it's just a thud sound like you get with this. This one has the nicest acoustics. So I don't know if it's the titanium and that thin blade, you know, I don't know what's making the ting noise, but it might be because of this solid spacer. I'm not sure. That's something I'd have to ask Brian. Like I said earlier, you can get these in M390 or our Damascus option. And if you want to see what the Damascus option looks like, go watch Jared's video, these knives. So very, very cool. Very honored to be able to check this out. I love that detent. Man, I might have to swap the detent on this one. Very, very nice. Love to hear y'all thoughts. Do you plan on getting in on that pre-order? If I had to guess, it's probably going to sell out rather quickly. Go watch Jim Skelton's video on this version. You know, he raved about it because it's not that often we get something that different, that unique, that come along. It's just usually the same old boring things. So I love when something like this comes along. Definitely, Brian's a super nice guy. And if you're not following Brian Winters' Winter Blade Co. I think it's Brian Winter Blade Co. or Winter Blade Co. on Instagram. If you're not following him, do yourself a favor. I'll link it down in the description along with his website. Go check out his stuff. The stuff he's come up with is insane, and pretty much all of it's magnetic driven stuff. He's a mad scientist. I'm set on that. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. It's gonna be all T8 construction. That's awesome, because I think these were T6 on this one. Yeah, T6. So that's a nice upgrade as well. So let me know what y'all think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one.